friends, welcome back to my channel. Today we are talking all about hair growth, retaining length. I think the number one question I get asked about my hair is how have I gotten it to be as long as it is, and how do I retain this length for as many years as I have. We are spilling all the secrets today, so let's jump right into it. Let me show you guys how long my hair currently is. I trimmed it maybe like a month ago, so let me just show you. I don't know if you can see if the lighting is good, but let me see from the back. It literally ends right now like at the top of my butt, and those are like the longer layers. If you look at more of the front pieces, they're also pretty long, but let me see where it ends. Yeah, they're pretty much all the same. First, I want to start by saying something that I think might be an unpopular opinion. I genuinely believe that most people grow hair at the same rate. Yes, genetics can play a huge role, but if two people were to dye their hair blonde tomorrow, in 2-3 weeks, you might see the same amount of new growth coming in. So it's not that your hair isn't growing, it's you're not retaining what is growing out. To me, having long and healthy hair has 1000% to do with what you are doing with the hair that is coming out. How are you babying it? How are you taking care of your hair to keep it healthy and strong enough for it to stay as long? So number one, which is the one that I absolutely swear by, deep conditioning. I deep condition religiously. If it's not once a week, it'll be every 2 weeks, and that's because I might have skipped a week of washing my hair. If you watched my curly hair routine video, I explained in that video that I don't even purchase conditioner on purpose. I only buy deep conditioners and hair masks to kind of force myself that as soon as I shampoo, I have to deep condition. I definitely think that is the number one reason why I've been able to grow my hair as long as I have, and it doesn't break. Number two, Prepoo. I don't prepoo every single week or every time I wash my hair, but if my hair has been in a bun for days and days and days, and I know that my hair is super knotted and tangled, I will 100% prepoo. My favorite ways of prepooing is either using aloe vera, which I showed on a video already, where I take just a aloe vera leaf and just lather it on my hair, or I use extra virgin olive oil. That's another amazing way to prepoo and really take care of your hair before you shampoo, because if your hair has been dry for days and days and days and you jump straight into shampoo is meant to cleanse your hair, so it's going to dry it out even more, which in return it's going to cause more breakage, more knots, all that bad stuff that we don't want. So try to find a prepoo routine that works for you. I always do my prepoo the night before I know I'm gonna wash my hair, but again, I don't do it every week. You just gotta kind of play around with your hair and see what works best. Number three is henna. I love to use henna as a protein treatment. I use it maybe every 4-5 months. I don't use it often. So the whole point of henna is so that it can kind of fill up any empty gaps or crevices that your hair shaft may have. So it's kind of like those bond strengthening products. It's kind of like that, but obviously an all-natural approach. One thing about henna is that you have to be careful because it's very strengthening, to the point that it can strengthen your hair so much that it can easily break off. So after a henna treatment, what I do is I always follow up with a very, very, very moisturizing deep conditioner. So that's something you have to remember. Number four is going to be to get regular trims. And what I mean by regular trims is, at least for me personally, is every 4 to 6 months. Sometimes I feel like, I'm just being honest, there's some naturals that I feel like get trims every 6 to 8 weeks. And I know we want to keep up with our shape to make sure it has volume. But if you're cutting your hair so often, if it doesn't really need it, it's gonna be hard for you to see hair retention. I've been trimming my own hair for quite some time now, and that's just only because the last time that I got a curly cut, I wasn't in love with it, only because I had so many like staircase layers, and on curly hair, that's just not the greatest. So I've been growing out my hair so that it's all one length. It hasn't happened yet, but we're getting there. So I'm just trimming it little by little by myself. Again, it's not that often, maybe every 4 to 6 months, depending on how I feel. You'll be able to tell if your hair needs trimming. For me personally, is if I see like those single stranded knots at the bottom, that's how I can tell that it's time for a trim. Number 5, a satin pillowcase or a satin scarf. I usually tie my hair up at night with a satin scarf, but I also have a satin pillowcase because I don't tie my hair up with a scarf every single night. The thing with cotton pillowcases is that it dries out your hair and it gets it very tangled. Especially if you have curly hair, I would 100% recommend a satin pillowcase to prevent breakage and to prevent all that unnecessary knotting. And it's also super good for your skin because it doesn't dry out your skin like a cotton pillowcase would do. So you need one of those as well. Last but not least, I know we don't want to hear this, but nutrition plays such a big role on your hair growth, just like with anything having to do with your body. You can't expect to eat garbage every single day and expect long hair down to your butt. But it's just like your skin. If you see yourself breaking out a lot, and it has a lot to do with your diet and what you've been consuming, it's the same thing for your hair. So try to stay super hydrated. Try to eat as clean as you can. Obviously, you don't have to have a very strict diet, but I like to eat as clean as I possibly can. So that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any tips that have been working for you that I didn't mention here, please leave them in the comments so that we can all learn from one another. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe if you haven't. And I will see you all in my next one. Bye.